different than what I usually do on the channel. But today I'm doing a little bit of work on the Oldsmobile Intrigue. It's a 2000 Olds Intrigue. It's got about 100,000 miles on it, and she's got a check engine light. Now that's because the air injection pump has failed, and only lasted about 22 years, so hey, who am I to complain? Now, the air injection pump is hidden within the left front wheel well, right in the front bumper. It's held in place by a bracket, 3 bolts that bolted right to the frame here, and then it's got the inlet and outlet hoses, which are connected to the pump. This heads toward the engine. This one's coming from the air intake. Here's a filter for it right there. Now, let me show you what happens to 22-year-old plastic. This is the old pump, already removed from the car. And it has the hose connection here, which had to be transferred to the new pump. The bracket here, which is transferred to the new pump. And this is the outer shell, plastic shell of the pump. Now, this used to be hard plastic. Look at that. 22 years later, after being exposed to the elements, it crumbles to dust. This is, I don't know, I found it interesting, so I thought you guys might too. This is the pump inside. It's already taken in so much water that it's practically, well, practically no, it's completely useless. You see all of that in there? So all the crap that it's taken in over the years, you can see all the rust on the fan blades, and there's chunks of plastic in there from where it's eaten itself up. So this is pretty much junk. This is our new pump. Now, as you see the difference in the impellers there for the pump. This is that plastic shell, which is still pretty flexible. Well, I mean, this is a new pump, so it should be. And this is our hose inlet, which clips into the pump right there. Actually, it goes this way. Now, there used to be a plastic shell on the bottom here which covered this section, which doesn't come with the new pump, and foam padding which covers all of that. All of that has since deteriorated with age. That used to be here. No point in putting that on because that's just crumbling to dust. So I'm gonna install this hose outlet. Inlet. This is the inlet. That's the outlet. And we're going to reinstall this pump. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all back together. Installing the inlet fitting for the hose. For this particular car, you have to make sure that it's on the opposite side of the outlet hose. So that's facing that way. This one has to face this way, as this has multiple outlets, or multiple ways you can set the outlet in order to fit it into as many different cars as possible. Or at least 2 different ways. You can go either this way or that way. So what I recommend you do is spray a little silicone on the O-ring here. Just make sure you get everything all so that it'll go in nice and smooth. A little bit there. And then just pop your outlet there. So be back with it on because I only have 2 hands and I can't hold the camera. Okay, with the silicone on, it just popped right on. Easy peasy. Now we're going to install it back. We're going to be installing these vibration dampers, which basically just screw into the body of the air injection pump. There we go. It's now ready to install into its bracket. And of course, the kit only brought one new nut, so we're going to be reusing 2 of the old ones. Really not a problem. So remember, if you guys have to do this, don't throw the nuts away. Here we have the bracket for the air injection pump. I painted it red because race car. No, actually, only because, you know, I didn't have anything else to paint it with. And I just happened to have a can of red paint lying around. Just wanted to give it a little coating to protect it, because this bracket is worth almost as much as the pump itself. So there we go. Red makes it faster. Here we have the pump installed. You can see the brackets in there. I'm gonna put the last bolt in. Little tip, always put a little bit of anti-seize or something on these bolts, as you never know when you're gonna have to take them back out, and it's always gonna make life easier. So I've already installed, don't know if you can see that, that's the lower hose for the air inlet. And now we're going to put the outlet hose on after we install all our bolts and tighten it up. Okay, now we have all 3 bolts installed. Our pump installed on our bracket, our bright red bracket back there that nobody will ever see and nobody will care because race car is fast. And now we're just going to plug our electrical connector right into the top of our new pump. One thing about this connector, that when you're trying to remove it, you got to remember to lift up on this lock. Otherwise you'll never, lift up on the lock, hit this tab. Otherwise you'll never get this connector off. So we're going to plug it back in and call this repair done. Bring it up this way. And there we go. There we go. And we push the lock down. And we are good to go. The only thing we lost was our wire stay here. And well, I think we can live with that. Put a tight strap on there to hold it down, and that'll make everybody happy. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the installation of the air injection pump into a 2000 Oldsmobile. Something 99% of you will probably never do and not care about, but hey, I thought it was cool. Alright, see you on the next one.